I just want to speak for a second to going the extra mile in life. And the reason that's important is because you never know when your breakthrough is coming. That's why you've got to have your faith set, solidified, immovable. Can't be broken. Because then you're willing to go the extra mile. Because you know in that extra mile, that little bit extra, anything can happen. And don't get me wrong, maybe nothing will happen. But what if it does? It's like if we're talking about athletes, they don't necessarily grow in that zone that they've always trained in. They've got to step into a new space to go into that red line again, to hit a new level. A bodybuilder in the gym, muscle's not built in the 7 or 8 reps. It's built in the 9 and 10 where you're basically at failure, but you push that little bit harder. That's where it's really at. That's going that extra mile. When you don't want to, even when it doesn't make sense, you do it anyway. And don't do it to expect an outcome necessarily. You do it because it's the work, and the work is important, and you love the work, because that's what gets you into the kingdom. Sometimes just trying, sometimes just doing the thing, putting in the effort, that's all that matters. Sometimes that's all you can do. And if tomorrow's your time to go, I don't know if it is, I don't know if it isn't. At least you can look at it going, I did everything I could. I left it all at the Lord's feet. And I know my God. But if you don't go that extra mile every single day, and you rest that night, and you don't wake up the next day, you look back and go, I could have done more for the Lord. I could have done more for my family, for my career, for my business, for my health. All of those things. You could have pushed yourself to the limit, but you didn't. So whatever going the extra mile looks like for you in your life, I don't know what that is. Figure it out and start doing it. Every single day, find some way you can go the extra mile. I've got a scripture from the second book of Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 6 to 8 from the NIV. Remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Here's the thing with sowing. It's not a one-to-one sum game. It doesn't mean that if you sow X amount that you're going to reap X amount. It doesn't work like that at face value. It might be that you sow a ratio of 10, you only reap a ratio of 1. You sow another 10 to only reap a ratio of 1. But then that next 10 that you sow, your ratio might be 50, just out of nowhere. You never know when. But the thing you can say with that 1-to-1, that 2-to-2 sum, is that when you extrapolate it and extend it over the period of a long time, it all evens out. It all balances out. Because we serve a good God, and He knows and He sees all things. And here's the thing that a lot of people do not want to hear. You could do all the sowing, and you don't reap any of the fruit here on earth. But the thing that's good enough is knowing that there's a place for you in the kingdom. And that is your reward. That is what you reap. And that's the beauty of this life. To go the extra mile. And God bless you.